Friends, relocating in your 60s may sound exciting, but the hard truth is sometimes it can be very difficult. I recently read some hard truths about moving and relocating in your 60s, and I'm going to show you in this video how to overcome every obstacle and how to do it with me. So much for sticking around, friends. My name's Nicole Smith, in case this is your very first time on my channel, and I would welcome you to like, comment, and subscribe. It really, really helps me out. So let's get started. The truth about relocating in your 60s, it's not just about finances. Yes, the whole thought of it might be exciting because you're going to start a new chapter in a new city, maybe even a new state. And that can be a little overwhelming. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter what age you're moving or relocating. There are some factors that you may not be ready for. And the budget is something you really need to consider. One is the actual moving costs. If you are moving from across the country, you're going to have to do some research on the best way to get all of your items down into the location you're moving to, or up, depending on where you're at. So I always suggest getting at least 3 quotes. And if you can move on your own and have some wonderful family and friends that could help you, that would be a great option also. Or even when you do one of those pods, so they'll come and drop the pod off, you load it up, and then they ship it off to you. There's also options for shipping your car via train, so you can fly down. And if you have pets, you might have to drive. So there's all these different factors that you would have to consider depending on your circumstances, your budget, and your situation. The next practical tool I want to tell you about is a cost, is that you're going to be moving away from your friends and maybe your family. There's going to be certain relationships that you may be really, really losing. It's really an emotional part you have to consider. The third factor is your health providers. So you're going to have to get new doctors. You want to know where they're located in comparison to where you're living, or if there's a medical hospital close by that you'll have access to, depending on your degree of need when it comes to your health. And I do offer a relocation guide. So if you're really struggling and that's something you want to just see the perspective of it, make sure you message me today or send me an email, and I'll leave a link below to my email, relocation guide, and I will get that out to you, and I know it'll help you at least in getting an idea of how this all works. So I want you to ask yourself some questions. And the first question I want to have you ask yourself is, why are we moving and what problems are we solving? Is it a solution? Is this why you're moving? Maybe you are moving closer to your children or your grandchildren. Maybe you're moving because you're tired of winter and you're tired of gray skies. Maybe you're moving because you're tired of not being able to do the things you enjoy the most of the year, because everything you like to do is outside and it's very cold where you live and you can't enjoy those activities. The other question I want you to ask yourself is, research a short list of neighborhoods or places in Jacksonville metro area. I service everywhere from Palm Coast to Fernandina Beach. So do some research of neighborhoods that you are considering moving to. The third one is, I want you to visit those areas. I want you to test drive your daily life in those areas. What do I mean by that? Rent out an Airbnb or a hotel, whatever, or stay with friends if that's what you're doing, trying to move closer to people you already know, and start living your routine life. Not like a vacation life, but an actual routine life. Fourth is your housing and the moving logistics. Your actual house. So are you going to be downsizing? Are you going to be getting rid of items? Are you going to be taking everything you own now? Or are you going to be able to declutter and simplify your life? Then I want you to start thinking about Do I want 2 stories anymore if you're living in a 2-story home? 1 story may be a better option. Less stairs, less options for falling. It's just my suggestion. If you're downsizing, you want to consider maybe a 1-level home. Your next thing is community. What matters to you? Do you go to church? Do you have a favorite game that you like to play, like pickleball or cards, or maybe you're into darts? Maybe you're going to start searching for those type of activities while you're doing your preliminary work to see if all these activities that you like or are intending to do are in the area. It's a really great way to start focusing on what you like to do. The next part, the adjustment period, is real, okay? Everything has a honeymoon period. You're going to have excitement, but then you're also going to be a little bit nervous, okay? Where is this? How do I do this? What about my lights? But that's going to happen whether you're moving down the street or across the country. There's always going to be options of, oh, do I get to use my same internet company? Who do I use for the gas if I need gas? Who do I use for electric? And so on. We always have lists here, so that will actually help you, because there's not that many options here in the Metro Jacksonville area. There are a few, obviously, depending on what county you're living in, but we can get you all those options. So it's not as hard as you think if you just call them and let them know, this is my move-in date, I need to change. And your first 90 days, it's feeling weird, it's normal, right? It's a new house, a new town, a new community. It's gonna feel normal. But I tell my customers, don't judge your decision by the first 30 days, okay? The first 30 days, you're getting into your new routine, you're unpacking, and it's just what life is. You're gonna have your first week to 2, you're gonna have your essentials all set up. Your 3rd to 4th week, you're gonna find some places you wanna go, maybe your church, maybe your local gym, maybe your favorite coffee spot. In your 2nd month, you're gonna be meeting your neighbors. Hopefully you'll be joining a group. You'll meet people and make new friends. And the 3rd month routine, you're gonna have a lot of confidence now, okay? You are gonna be going out, maybe trying a new restaurant, finding which grocery store you prefer over the other, and then trying actually to meet new people. And there's so many options out here to meet new people. And it's a beautiful community where you can go somewhere and meet people. It happens easier than you think it does. You just have to put yourself out there. So don't be nervous about making new friends. It's going to happen. So the next thing I want to discuss is leaving your old life. That can hit harder than you think. So you really have to get yourself a list, I would suggest, of how often you're seeing your friends or your family and how much of it is impacting your life. We want to start a new chapter, and you don't really want to leave your old friends behind, but you have to do what's best for you. And if being in the sunshine's important, getting that extra vitamin D, getting away from the cold, these are all like every day these things could start to get to you. And seasonal depression is a real thing. And if those items are really if those situations are really hitting you hard, then making the move is hard, but it's worth it. It is worth it, because when you have a quality of life that surpasses where you are currently, you're going to have the growing pains, yes. But when you are not feeling the cold, and when you are seeing the sunshine, and when you're able to get out, it's going to help with all those things. And the beauty of technology now, you can do face-to-face calls, you can do videos, you can do Zooms with your friends. There are so many ways to keep in touch. And quite often when one person or one family or one couple moves, it attracts others to come with you. So don't be thinking you might be alone or away from your friends for long, because they will come to visit and you will make new friends. So your home isn't transferable, and it's not easily transferable. So you want to make your house feel like home right away. And so I would make sure that you really think about it. If you like sitting out on your front porch, then you're going to want to buy a house that has a front porch. That way when your neighbors are walking by, you're able to interact with them, and then maybe you'll be able to make new friends easier also. If you're thinking about, hey, I don't want to cut the grass anymore, then maybe you're going to move into a community where they're cutting grass for you and that's taken care of. Or they're doing outside exterior work for you. There's low maintenance. That might help add to the value of your life. Or maybe you want to do those things because you love keeping busy with it. You've got to think about that. And then you want to think about your layout of your home. What's easiest for you? Are all the bedrooms near each other? Like I already said, I highly recommend you not having 2 stories, but some people like 2 stories so they can have that extra exercise going up and down the stairs. But the faster you can make your house your home, the faster you're going to fall in love with it. So thinking about your environment, thinking about your neighborhood, thinking about all the amenities you like, that will help you to establish your new home and your new community. So I always think about when you're going on a trip to a place you've never been. The preparation, you may need a passport if you're going overseas. You may need to start learning a different language. You may need to get a visa. There's all kinds of things to do. And then when you get there, you may be like nervous because, how do I get from this place to that place? But when you're in it, it's exciting and you're making new memories. And that's exactly how moving across the country, across the state could feel. It can feel exciting and you can feel nervous all at the same time. And that's okay. I'm here to guide you through the entire process from the beginning to the end, help you with guidelines, help you with communities, help you with researching. Whatever you need, I'm going to try my very best to be there to advocate for you regardless of what the situation is. And I will do everything I can to make you feel so welcome, because I just believe that if you are really sick and tired of where you're living, life is too short not to love where you're living. And it's going to be worth all the sacrifice, all the extra funding, all the research, and all the newness. Is going to be worth it. I want you to ask yourself these questions, okay? What are we moving toward? Is it family, health, lifestyle, weather? Question 2, what are we moving away from? Upkeep, too big of a house, stairs, cold weather, cost of living. Third question, what support systems must we rebuild first? Is it your new friends? Is it doctors? What is it? 4, what does easy day-to-day living look like for you? Currently and in the future. Ask yourself that question. Number 5 is, what healthcare access do you need within 15 to 25 minutes? And number 6, how much change can you handle at once? House, city, plus a new routine? You got to really be honest with yourself, because those are all going to be new if you decide to move across country or across the state. So whether you're considering making a move from Connecticut, Colorado, Michigan, Ohio, New York, New Jersey, California, or New Mexico, wherever you're considering making a move, I would love to be your realtor. I'm going to leave a link below to my calendar. Let's just have a conversation, see how I can help you go through this process. And it doesn't matter your age. I just wanted you to know, if you're 60 and over, it may be a little more complicated than you think, but not to be scared, that you can do it and I can totally help you through it. Thanks so much for watching, friends. My name's Nicole Smith, and I love where I live, and I would love for you to join me here in the Metro Jacksonville area. I'm leaving the link below, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and comment. It really helps me out. I appreciate your time, and once again, have a fabulous day, and we'll see you next time.